Curious about this inkling, this feeling that you didn't pay attention to as what was the comment there? The tingling sensation in your crotch,
Spidey
Todd?
senses.
Ah, I said the
So,
tingling
yeah.
sensation in your crotch, but oh wait, that's something else.
Yeah. So when I was hiring this guy, is there a specific question about that, or you just want me to expand on
Yeah,
it?
like so one, what was it that made you ignore that in the first place? Two, what is it that you've learned from that you're going to pay attention to moving forward?
See, this is so painful to be transparent about this, right? So for the last 8 years, I've been building Lead Ninja, right? It started out as one thing, it's transformed into a completely different thing.
Right.
But for 8 years, I've been doing all the marketing myself. I've been doing all the sales myself. I've been doing all the training myself, with the exception of some of my back end office help. You know what I mean? The things that I have no idea about and don't really know how to do. The promises that were put out, even though there was this shining smile behind all of them that just seemed really odd to me. I want so bad to achieve my mission in life, which is to help as many freaking technicians as I can to be able to work less, make more money, and get home for dinner on time. Like I'm so consumed by that mission that sometimes I will ignore certain things that are standing out to me because I want it so bad. And I'm like, I'm gonna roll the dice. Like, I'm a gambler. I don't know, like most entrepreneurs, if you'd ask them, at one point in time, they push their chips to the center. And a lot of times it's been a couple dozen times they've had to push the chips to the center. Like, I'm a risk taker, right? And I mean, I've brought on partners for this. I've split businesses 50-50 to try to get somebody who could actually get the marketing side of it worked out better than me, so that I could focus on just doing what I do best. Right? I feel like if I could just focus on what I do best, then I can change the world. Right? So what were some of the things that made my spidey senses tingle? Was previous business associates, people that he used to work for, who I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt, I knew with personal experience that they were not ethical, moral people who were doing things legally. Right? And so he was coming on really strong. Plus he had that background of working with those people. And see, like, I used to not hire technicians in my company that worked for certain competitors of mine longer than 90 days. Because I felt like if you could work for a guy that I knew did unethical, immoral, illegal shit, if you could work for him for longer than 90 days, you knew about it and you were okay with working with that person. Right? And in this particular case, I ignored that. And to my own detriment, that cost me a good $30,000. So, and unfortunately, it's happening a lot. And these guys are still out there. They're still doing their thing. And look, at the end of the day, all I can say is that I hope that what goes around comes around. Right?
So learning your lesson from it, what is it that you're going to pay attention to? How are you going to change and learn from that as you're moving forward?
I haven't even figured it out yet. I really haven't. Like, I'm back to taking over his position too and doing that job myself. And look, I think that other business owners out there can relate to this. Like, you go for a big push, you take risks, and sometimes shit doesn't work out. It's like Cat Williams, one of his comedy shows. He's like, you trying shit and trying shit don't work. You trying shit and trying shit don't work. Right? We've got to continue to go through that test and measure. I don't know what I'm going to do on that side, other than I know that my business model is shifting a little bit. I'm now partnering with contractors as opposed to just them being able to hire me, and I'm bringing them on and helping them with their sales. I'll help them build and scale and sell their businesses. Shit, I mean, I can't even count how many businesses I've helped sell in the last 2 years for like basically nothing, just as a help for my clients. So I mean, I'm shifting and turning and changing and offering different products. And some of the advice I've gotten from some of my mentors is like, you got to constantly reinvent yourself. Right? Look at Mike Aguilera. It was gold medal services. And then eventually he became known for that. And then he sold that and ended up with CEO Warrior, right? Built that, sold that. Now he's doing Food Dog Group. Like, he's reinvented himself over the last 10 years a couple times. So
Yep.
we've constantly got to be on the leading edge of innovation. It's like I was watching a video by Elon Musk today, and he's like, the only thing that you really get fired for around Tesla is not actively innovating. If you don't have a desire to innovate, you're fired. If you don't actively innovate, you're fired. So we've got to constantly innovate in our own businesses. Otherwise, a lot of these contractors are going to be out of business very, very soon.